I'm chatting with Grant Langston, Vice President of eHarmony, in this web exclusive interview. Grant, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
I think we should clarify that eHarmony is also available for gay people, not just straight people.
That's right.
Correct?
We have a site called Compatible Partners. It serves the gay community and has been doing so for 4 years.
And what
it's very
about,
successful.
What about seniors? People
Seniors,
that, you know, a widow, widower, over 75,
Yeah.
looking for some companionship.
It's very interesting to me because, of course, we think of seniors and older people as not using computers as well or being a little shy of technology. They do great on eHarmony. And one of the reasons, I think, is they are not worried about things that 25-year-olds are worried about. They're less about the physical. They want a companion.
They want somebody that can drive at night. That's what... Every senior I know that's single is looking for that.
That's a good point. Maybe we should add that as a field in the profile. Can you drive at night? Tick the box.
I'm telling you.
But they love to be able to talk about the things that are important in their lives, and we match them on areas that matter a lot, and they take right to it. So it's been an area of big growth for us.
Now, what about tips for avoiding the con artists, liars, and losers, as I call them? Any tips you can give us?
Well, the best tip, I would say, is don't ever give anybody any money. If you set that as a policy, as a rock-hard policy, your exposure goes way down. Because most con artists, of course, that's what they're after. And they will tell you an amazing story. They will say, you know, I'm very wealthy. We haven't met yet, but you know I'm very wealthy. Well, my daughter's in Hong Kong. She was in a car accident. My money's tied up in this big deal. If you could loan me $2,000, I'll pay you back in 2 days. They're con artists because they're good. But if you have that as a policy, I don't loan money, you're going to save yourself a lot of grief.
And
also,
you should meet in public, right?
Meet.
Until you're really sure about the person.
Absolutely.
Meet in a public place.
Meet in a public place.
Do you ever
most
recommend...
dates happen in public places anyway, right?
Right. Do you ever recommend doing a background check on someone? Actually hiring an investigator?
We have a feature in our service where you can do a background check on yourself, and when we establish that you are who you say you are, we put a little badge on your account that says that this person, we call it Rely ID. And so everyone that gets matched with you will see this. It is much more difficult to do a background check on someone because, of course, there are privacy laws and you have to consent to that. So,
but shouldn't someone be willing to consent?
Well, certainly if you've gone down the road a little bit and your relationship is kind of taking off, you like each other, I think it's appropriate to say, I'm willing to do this. Are you willing to do this? I think that's a fine thing to do.
It seems to me that the image that I get as a judge is that women are more at risk than men. If there is a risk at all, women seem to be more vulnerable than men to people that aren't who they say they are.
Yeah.
I've seen women in court come saying, you know, I married this guy, he told me he was married before, but that his child support was up to date. Now I find out he owes $100,000 in arrears, we had a joint account, all that money got taken by the enforcement agency because I didn't know he had arrears. I wouldn't have put my money with him if I did.
It is hard for us to know if women are more at risk because men won't report it.
Wonder why? Why not?
Because they're embarrassed. Women will readily say, I was taken. Men, when we do find men that have had some situation where they've been conned, they're very embarrassed about the situation, and they oftentimes don't want to talk about it. So women are certainly vulnerable, but I think it works both ways.
I do too. And I think that if, as I said before, if people use the service intelligently, they will be able to maximize the benefit and minimize the risk.
Yeah.
Thanks again for being with us.
My pleasure.